Beneath the dazzling lights of Seoul, Han Ah-young appears to live the perfect life with her wealthy and influential fiancé, Joon-Ho. But when the body of a woman named Park Eun-seo is discovered on a remote beach in Jeju, her seemingly flawless world begins to unravel. The sudden reappearance of Lee Min-soo, a detective and Ah-young's former lover, pulls her into a chilling investigation that reveals Joon-ho's dark ties to a dangerous criminal network. As secrets surface and danger closes in, Ah-young finds herself trapped between a love built on lies and a truth that could cost her everything. The amber sky cast a warm glow over the city as Han Ah-young stepped out of the interior design firm where she worked. Her heels tapped softly against the pavement, littered with crisp leaves. Her face was calm, almost serene, though her eyes always held something unspoken. Clutching a small leather handbag, she glanced at a new message. Joon-ho was coming to pick her up. The sleek black car pulled up in front of her, and the door swung open. Joon-ho stepped out, tall, impeccably dressed, with jet black hair neatly styled. His tailored suit framed his figure perfectly. He smiled. "I've missed you," he said simply. Ah-young offered a small smile in return. Without a word, she slipped inside the car. The drive to the rooftop restaurant was quiet, the silence oddly comforting. From the rooftop, the lights of Seoul shimmered like a sea of stars. Joon-ho pulled a small box from his pocket. Inside lay a delicate white gold necklace with a teardrop pendant. "I want you to wear this. I want the world to know you're mine," he said. Ah-young held the necklace for a moment. Something flickered in her gaze, not just joy, but fear. She said nothing, only nodded faintly and allowed Joon-ho to clasp it around her neck. The evening ended with a gentle kiss beneath Seoul's sky. It appeared perfect. Yet somewhere in the unseen shadows, something had already begun to stir. From the police. They were seeking her statement regarding someone she had once worked with on a JH Group design project, a woman named Park Eun-seo. The name struck a chord. She recalled meeting Eun-seo once during a presentation, a tall, slender woman with long black hair and eyes like razors. The police station bustled with footsteps and ringing phones. As Ah-young entered, a man halted her path. A detective's brown jacket. Intense eyes. Lee Min-soo. Their eyes met. For a heartbeat, time stilled. Min-soo looked thinner. His hair was longer, more unkempt, his face tired. He stared at her without expression, but his eyes burned. "You remember me," he said bluntly. "This isn't the place," Ah-young replied quietly. "I'm in charge of this case," he added. She swallowed. Her breath caught. She had never imagined seeing the man she had once left without a word. The man now investigating those around her. Eun-seo disappeared 2 weeks ago. She was last seen at an event attended by Joon-ho, he stated plainly. Ah-young bit her lip. She remembered that night. Joon-ho had indeed gone to a business event and returned late. She had never imagined Eun-seo had been there. "Why come to me?" she asked coldly. "Because you were the last to speak with Eun-seo before she vanished," Min-soo replied sharply. The question lingered. But before she could respond, Min-soo lowered his voice. "I know you're happy now. But once, you loved someone honest. Don't pretend you don't know who Joon-ho really is." His words pierced like thorns. She left the station, her chest tight. Her thoughts raced. Was the past trying to dismantle her future? Joon-ho called her from the car. His voice was soft, concerned. But now, every word sounded rehearsed. Remote beach in Jeju. Police suspected it was Park Eun-seo. The body was unrecognizable, but a pendant identified by family confirmed the worst. Min-soo stood at the scene, silent. He watched the waves, the black plastic sheet. Meanwhile, Ah-young was staying at Joon-ho's private villa on Jeju. He remained charming, yet often whispered on the phone when he thought she was asleep. That night, she woke to voices from the study. Peeking through a gap, she saw Joon-ho on the phone, angry. "If you talk, you're dead. You know who you're dealing with," he hissed. Ah-young's blood ran cold. The man she loved suddenly sounded like a stranger. Investigation. She met Choi Hae-jin, her friend who worked at a cafe once frequented by Eun-seo. She cried here once. Said she wanted to leave a dangerous relationship with a rich man, said Hae-jin. No names. But everything aligned too neatly. At the JH Group office, Ah-young pretended to drop off designs. She found more than she had hoped: false financial records, shell companies, and photographs of several women, including Eun-seo. Seo Ji-hoon, head of finance, appeared nervous as she stared at one folder. "You shouldn't be looking at that," he said. Ah-young stepped back. She knew this was only the beginning. Apartment that night. Instead, she stayed with Hae-jin. Someone was following her. No proof, only instinct. The next day, Min-soo visited her in secret. "You found something, haven't you?" he asked calmly. Ah-young handed over copies of the documents. Min-soo's expression darkened as he scanned the contents. "This isn't just about Eun-seo. This links to money laundering and trafficking," he whispered. Ah-young's breath caught. "I need your help. But you must be careful. Joon-ho isn't just a businessman. He's connected to people who can make you disappear." He gave her a small flash drive. Inside is a voice recording. Eun-seo called our hotline anonymously. "Listen, and you'll understand why I can't walk away." That night, her hands trembled as she played the recording. Eun-seo's voice, frantic, sobbing, terrified. He said, "If I leave, I'll end up in the ocean." Time with Min-soo. Back then, her life was simple but real. Min-soo wasn't wealthy, but he was sincere. She regretted trading truth for luxury. Joon-ho became suspicious. He asked why she seemed distant, why she no longer came home. He began tracking her phone, following her movements. One evening, she returned to her flat and found the door ajar. Inside, everything was untouched, except the necklace. Left neatly on the table, like a threat. She decided to act. Inviting Joon-ho to dinner, she pretended nothing was wrong. Midway through, she met his gaze. "What would you do if someone betrayed you?" she asked. He smiled faintly, but his eyes remained cold. "I loathe betrayal. To me, it's worse than death." The Jeju Villa. Joon-ho met with Seo Ji-hoon and an unidentified man. They carried a large suitcase to the beach that same night. Police couldn't act yet. Lack of direct evidence kept them cautious. But Min-soo knew time was slipping. Seo Ji-hoon vanished. His car was later found beneath the Han River Bridge. Ah-young panicked. Joon-ho wasn't answering calls. When she tried to go to the office, two strange men followed her. She fled, hiding in a subway bathroom. There, she called Min-soo in tears. "They're following me. I don't know what to do." Min-soo rescued her, taking her to a hidden safe house. There, she cried freely. The weight had become unbearable. "I thought I chose love. But I chose a devil, she whispered. Min-soo said nothing. He simply held her hand tightly. Team laid a trap to extract a confession from Joon-Ho. The only way was to lure him out. Ah-young agreed to be the bait. She messaged Joon-Ho, asking to meet. She claimed to know everything, but wanted to talk alone. The place, an abandoned building in Mapo district. Joon-Ho arrived, alone, but not with his usual charm. His expression was strained, his eyes dark. I loved you, he said, and you chose to stab me in the back. Ah-young fought tears. She pressed a hidden button in her pocket, activating the recorder. Why Unseo? He exhaled sharply. She was foolish. Thought she could blackmail me. Thought money could save her. That was the moment Min-soo and his team entered. But Joon-Ho was ready. He drew a gun from his coat. Shouts. Shattered glass. Chaos. Young stood in the empty road, soaked, her hair clinging to her face, lips trembling. Joon-Ho emerged, limping, his gun raised, rage in his eyes. I gave you everything, he screamed. You gave me a prison, she replied. Min-soo appeared behind, gun in hand. Drop it. It's over. Joon-Ho laughed, a bitter sound. No way back now. If I can't have her, no one can. But before he could fire, Min-soo shot first. The bullet struck his shoulder. He collapsed, blood staining the cold asphalt. The sirens came. So did the lights. It was over. But there was no victory in Ah-young's eyes. Only exhaustion. Only wounds that might never heal. She looked up at the gray sky of Seoul, a city that once gave her love, and taught her how easily love could turn into the most dangerous weapon of all.